How much muscle can you actually lose if you actually stop working out for a couple of months? Now, I'm not talking about stopping exercise completely. Let's say you still keep on biking, hiking, doing outdoor sports, whether it's soccer, football, and so on. Have you ever thought about how much muscle you're actually gonna lose if you're not putting your body through resistance training? Well, I did this in the last couple of months because I wanted to enjoy a lot of summer activities. Now, I didn't really do this on purpose at first. At the beginning, I started doing a lot of outdoor sports because I love doing anything outdoors in the summer. And I realized doing this with working out might be a little bit too much, and I decided, you know what, let me give my joints a little break. I do this once in a while, and I'm still gonna keep doing outdoor activities and see what's gonna happen. And at the end, whatever happens, I'm gonna put back the muscle because muscle memory is very real. I've done that before. And that's it. It's going to be a good experiment. Now, before I was into working out with weights, for example, right before I stopped working out, I didn't have the bodybuilding look like I did before. Now, I did everything. I had the fitness model look when I used to do fitness modeling back in the day, more than 20 years ago. I had the bodybuilding look, as you can see in this picture. And I also had the athletic look. Now, before I stopped doing weights, I had more of an athletic look. And you know what? The athletic look is the look I actually feel my best. I feel more energized. I have more mobility. I can do a lot of sports. I feel a lot more functional. The bodybuilding look, I didn't really like it that much. It looks good. People compliment you, but you know what? I felt my worst, and the eating killed me. Like, I'm not a person who enjoys eating. I like eating between 2,500 and 3,000 calories a day. And having the bodybuilding look, 3,000 calories is the minimum I needed. So that's what I looked like before I stopped my working out so I can actually do more activities. Now, I don't weigh myself. I haven't weighed myself in a long time because I don't believe in weighing yourself because the weight could fluctuate from 5-6 pounds in one day. What I do though is I do body analysis tests. I do DEXA scans once in a while because I want to make sure I know where my body fat is sitting at that specific time. And I'm almost 45, so I like to keep track of my body fat levels. Now, here's the thing. When I did not exercise with weights, I had a lot more energy for outdoor activities. Like, actually felt a lot better physically as well as mentally. And you know what? I just felt much better overall because my nervous system, even though I was still doing a lot of outdoor activities, I was doing biking, cycling, which is biking, hiking, I played soccer. I did pretty much anything. If people wanted to do an activity, I would go up and do it. I wanted to challenge myself. So I would train maybe 2 and 3 hours of cardio a day sometimes 1 hour a day. And I would try to keep active at least 5 days, but oftentimes it was 7 days a week. Because the thing with cardio is, once you start doing cardio, you become like semi-addicted and you like the feeling of getting the cardio high. And that's what I did. I felt amazing. And you know what? I felt much better doing cardio without doing any weights. Actually, this is the best I felt, like, as long as I can remember, to be honest. But my muscle, believe it or not, I didn't feel myself losing that much muscle. Take a look at this picture and take a look at this picture taken, I think it was around 61 days after not training with weights. Now, the main thing I noticed is I lost muscle fullness. Like, my muscle fullness, I did feel a lot less full. But you take a look at my biceps, my shoulders, my chest, it's still there. Like, the muscle didn't completely atrophy. Like, I've read studies, it takes 4 to 6 weeks for the muscle to begin to atrophy without any form of resistance training. Now, the key word here is it begins to atrophy. It doesn't atrophy entirely. So I'm guessing maybe I lost 2-3 pounds of muscle, but I don't feel I lost anything. What I felt was better. My joints felt better. But when I went back to the gym just last week, September 28th, I believe, was the day these pictures were taken. And this is the September 5th. This is a week after. And by looking at these pictures, in 1 week, I see a tremendous difference already. Now, what do I see? Well, I see the muscle responded immediately to resistance training. So obviously, muscle memory, I don't know if it's real or not to a lot of people, but to me, I do feel a difference. Now, my strength, I didn't feel I lost a lot of strength. Maybe I lost a little bit of endurance, but I was still able to get through my workouts. I didn't push it too much because I didn't want to risk getting injured, of course, because when you come back after a long break, you just want to go there and kill the gym. And I want to mention that I don't do any traditional body splits. I don't do any bro splits. I just do full body workouts. Some days I'm just gonna do one body part. The next day I'm gonna do something else. I do a lot of instinctive training. I don't plan my workouts. I get up in the morning and I'm gonna do whatever my body feels like doing that specific day. I never plan my workouts, and I don't plan on planning my workouts. That's how I've always operated, and this worked best for me. So this is how much you are going to lose. Now, obviously, genetics are going to vary. And I also want to mention that I was still exercising. So even though you're doing cardio, there is some form of resistance training sometimes. Like, for example, if you're doing kayaking, I did some kayaking. Not kayaking, rowing. Sorry, I'm a little mixed up here because I discovered a lot of new sports. By doing cycling, I feel your upper body still gets somewhat of a workout. I was doing mountain biking, to be more specific. So obviously my body was still under some form of tension, and my legs didn't really get that small to begin with because a lot of the sports that I was doing involved a lot of the leg activities, like a lot of the resistance was directed towards the legs. So don't be afraid to take any time off from working out, and you're gonna come back and you're gonna feel stronger, you're gonna feel more refreshed. I also took a break from the internet just to refresh my mind a bit. So that's exactly what happens if you stop training for a couple of months. I know a lot of pro athletes do that as well, which this is where I got the advice from, because athletes don't train year round. People automatically assume an athlete's gonna push themselves year round. This is why they're professional athletes. This is not true. The majority of pro athletes do take time off as much as 4 months a year, even as high as 6 months a year. So don't think by taking time off, you're gonna go backwards, because you're actually gonna go forward. Right now, I'm almost 45, so I have a new challenge going on. I wanna see how much my body can actually transform in as little as 60 days. Just a small challenge. And again, I don't follow any specific workouts. In my diet, I don't follow any specific diet either. I've always eaten anything I wanted in moderation. Yes, that includes eating carbs before bed. I eat ice cream before bed, and that's the way I've always done it because I like something sweet before sleeping at night. I just feel my body sleeps much better at night when I have carbs into my system. And my protein, I'm not a big fan of huge protein diets either. I've tried 100, 150, 200, even 250 grams. I respond with as little as 100 grams of protein a day. So yes, to a lot of people, protein is dramatically overrated, and a lot of that has to do with supplement companies who are forcing you that you actually need to eat all this protein so they can sell you more protein powders. Because back in the 60s and 70s, nobody ate 250 and 300 grams of protein a day. Right after the supplement companies came out, everybody all of a sudden was eating more than 200 grams of protein a day. So maybe there's something going on here, who knows? But I respond with as little as 100 grams. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, and till next time.